Nah, bro. Like, nah, you can't go from being someone's like best friend like to be like less than a stranger
But you know what it is? It's
with no
also.
explanation or no conversation. And it's just like,
But that's,
Yeah.
but it's like, but
but
you know
that's
what you're
trauma.
doing. But you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like
and
it's
that's
intentional on
just
their side, but like
that's just all I can
I'm like,
honestly
nah,
tell
that
you is
like,
that that's trauma because you don't want to deal with the conflict. You don't want to deal with confrontation.
no, I'm gonna move. Yeah.
And for me, I can tell you something that
Oh, it's because I was holding this.
I actually just realized a few days ago is because I was working through this like shadow book, and one thing I realized, like one of the questions it asked was like, what's an emotion that you don't like to show to people? And I'm like, anything that's negative. So whether that's anger or even sadness. And the reason is because I'm wary of people weaponizing it. In the 10 years of the relationship I had that was so toxic, and then the situations before that and all that stuff and being manipulated and constantly weaponized, like if you're getting angry, you get gaslit, and then it's like your anger all of a sudden it's like somehow you're the bad guy, you know, like making someone else feel sad and cry makes you just feel like crap, right? So then after a while it became like, noted, negative emotions, please don't show them because people just woo, okay. So then it'd be like, okay, people see me happy all the time, but then it's like when things are getting heavy and stuff, I'm not around because I'm like,
you don't want to show it.
I need to deal with this on my own, and I don't feel like, and it's trauma because you're also like, which of these people can I really be vulnerable with? That's not at the end of the day, if we get into an argument or something, is gonna throw it in my face. Like, oh, okay, so that moment that you proved or you finally earned my trust and I let you in, and now when you're angry with me, you chose to use that very thing that took me a while to open up to you about, to even like open that door, and now I'm supposed to sit here and not feel like I want to, you know, jump across this table and probably deck you. I'm gonna walk away. And the biggest thing too is when I'm angry, I definitely have to walk away. My mom and I call it a spirit. Our mouths have its own spirit. And it's because when I'm angry, I'm at 100 and I'm not thinking, I'm not processing like why I'm angry or how to properly articulate. I'm too busy seeing red. The stove is hot. You just pissed me off. And not only that, sometimes some people like to follow you around. And you're like, oh, you didn't learn when I was separating myself from this. You finna learn today. I'm going to show you how tactless I can be when I'm angry. It's like the Tasmanian devil comes in and just like flips everything, and then I come back and I'm like, whoa, like what happened, you know? And they're like, you said this. I said that? Me?
Blacked out, but not from alcohol,
not from
from emotions.
Red rum, bro. You ever see that movie?
No.
Oh, it's what's his name? The guy who writes like really like what's the word for them? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, like stuff like about like Halloween and like dead people and like gothic kind of like
horror and stuff.
Not really horror, but like I'm gonna just search this up. I guess it is a horror movie. Hold on, it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna search this up.
That's we trick our guests. We start talking and we just record because it's so organic. You know what I mean? We don't. It's not a trick, but
it works out better.
The Shining. The Shining. Yeah.
What about it though?
Yeah, the movie
the
is like
psychological thriller. Yeah.
It's like the killer goes like red rum, like he sees, and that's just like murder spelled backward, where it's like they just like black out, you know what I mean, and go into like a stay with like just like
and that's the thing when I'm angry, all you're thinking is like, nah, you didn't listen. So, and my insults aren't about like, I'm not gonna cuss you out or think. I use big words. I just start insulting based on your intelligence and stuff like that, and I just like revert into like, it's mean.
Yeah.
At least it's a good thing. Like you go verbal or not physical. You know what I mean? Like I think physical is the worst.
You know, I think it's maybe because it's like.
Oh shit, we should close that.
Yeah, we probably should. Can I give my perspective on a couple things that you said? So, One of the things was when you tell people things in confidence and you're being vulnerable and they weaponize it against you. It's happened to everyone in a toxic relationship. So one thought that brought up to me was like when my ex said, she overheard a conversation my mom and I were having about drinking back when I drank a lot. And it was something about you're going to drink too much and you're going to become an abusive boyfriend or something. And then she used that against me in an argument and said, this is why your mom thinks that you're going to become an abusive man. And I was like, okay, first of all.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, that was between my mom and I. Second of all, you drink more than I do. So, you know what I mean? So it was like, that really stung because that's not something that you should ever use in an argument. You should always stay focused on the argument, but it's so easy to digress to things on the side that you have tucked away as
just
ammunition.
To make it hurt, man. Just it's below the belt.
And my trauma is like, how do I live life without my presence making a ripple effect on anybody else? How do I not take up space? So to know that, okay, you're using this very moment right now to utilize like, and especially if like I'm upset right now and I'm trying to express that I'm upset and I'm giving you what the reason is. And now because you can't accept being called out for accountability, you're going to use something against me. And then on top of that, it's like when you then call them out for like, hey, what is this? Like, we're not doing that. Then for some people, when they get kind of caught, then it's like, how do I reverse this then to make it like you're the bad guy that's attacking me? And for me right away, any way where I find that my presence affected somebody in a negative way, because of course that's healing that I have to work through, it just makes me feel horrible. It just makes me feel horrible. So then I'm like sitting there and it starts being a reversal of like the victim soothing the perpetrator. You know, you're like, wait, you called me a bitch and a cunt or whatever and blah blah blah, and I'm telling you like it wasn't very cool, or you did this and I'm saying it's not cool, but now all of a sudden I'm here like trying to make you feel, but like, no, it's okay, you know, obviously you were upset and you were just projecting and you did it. Like, why am I comforting you?
Why do you have to babysit someone's emotions? That's kind of weird.
That's where it starts.
It's kind of weird.
It's where it starts is like, you called me that, and then instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you that, so, well, wait a minute, but you yeah, and then it just digresses.
Reverse cut. Some reverse cards,
and then
man.
The one other thing that is interesting is when you say you don't want to show the negative side, or how did you phrase it? Like, you don't want to show when you're being negative, or you don't want to
big emotions
burden people with negativity. So on the flip side of that, I used to have the opposite problem. I used to be too negative around people. So that's where you see that both extremes are an issue. Like, I used to dump a lot of my emotions and problems onto my friends, and I disguised it as, oh, I'm just really open and vulnerable and I'm okay with showing my negative side. But what it really was like a toxic coping mechanism of not dealing with my own shit. So it's actually somewhere that the answer is somewhere in the middle, I think. You know what I mean? Like being selective with what you show, but not necessarily.
Discernment, but also the whole thing of that is
discernment.
Being brave and being courageous enough to even try.
Yeah.
Because then that's where it lies, right? And especially if you're dealing with like the PTSD and stuff like that. I'm realizing like in the last while, because I'm not working right now. I haven't been since like November. I like quiet. I like being by myself. I like isolating. But I do realize more and more, and if this is what my watchtowers, aka my siblings, like to tell me, is that sometimes I do need to get out though, because like I have realized, I think this was me realizing maybe like when we went to the Rangers show, or it could have been even Sonic Bloom, where I was like, what's happening with my social skills? Like, like I used to be pretty decent at like schmoozing and like figuring out like what's the next topic to like get more information from this person, even if I don't know them, even if I don't care, even, you know what I mean? But it just got to this point where it's kind of like, oh, there's an awkward silence and I'm not gonna fill it because I don't care to.
Right.
And I'm like, the old me would not have done this. This version of me is kind of like, I don't have it in me to try and do mental gymnastics for this.
Well, it's okay to preserve your social battery. That's
facts.
That's kind of what it is, I guess.
I think it is.
It's like
facts. when you stop like overcompensating and just like self-abandoning, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm just okay with just like being, you know what I mean? And just existing.
And I think it's also, it makes me stop basing every exchange on the potential of another person, because
facts,
it takes effort on both people's parts to continue the flow of the conversation or to do whatever. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I came up with topic A, B, and C. You know, like, if they want to talk more, or they want to find out more information, they can come up with the next question. They can pull it out of the hat.
Exactly.
But I did my job.
Exactly.
I asked 3 questions. And I even remembered, you know, something else, or I even, you know, and especially because nowadays too, I'm separating myself from social media. So that's another thing too. So I'm not keeping up in order for me to really be like, oh, I saw the other day that you did A, B, and C.
Right.
So it's really like, if you want to divulge information and you want to tell me something, by all means, I also love that too. Yeah. But if you aren't going to also make the effort on your part to like fill in the gaps, that's cool. Let's just stand here awkwardly as well. I don't.
Exactly.
See, my social etiquette has like.
It's okay to say that out loud. Like, that's fine. We're all here for intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, honestly though, it's like an energy thing. It's like you have your bubble, and then it's like, who do you let in your bubble? Who do you give your energy to? And that like is something that's constantly evolving, right? Yeah. That's what I feel like. I feel the same way, but I ask myself, like, am I forgetting how to socialize, or am I just being judgmental on myself and overthinking it? Right. And I'm actually doing fine, and I'm just having that anxiety moment when you're in the spotlight. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I have to turn that switch off for stuff like Sonic Bloom, like when I'm hosting and stuff. I just turn it off. I'm able to do that now. I wasn't always able to do that. I'm not some like superhero that like is just like naturally born with this. Like, I had to learn really hard how to like just be like, okay, I'm going to say something stupid. It's foolish, but it's all good anyway. We're not perfect human beings. Like,
you know what's so funny is that for me, that was a natural thing.
Yeah.
And that was my upbringing. I had to always read the room, and how do you like, let's make everybody happy. Oh, there's an awkward moment. I don't like this awkward moment. Like, how do we make people like, you know, pay attention to happy, like, so for me, it's the opposite. It's learning, hey, that's not my job.
Yeah.
I just came here to like be in the room. It's not my job. You know, or it's not my party, or not my monkey, not my circus. Like, leave it alone. Just sit here and be calm, be okay with the awkward moment. And it's the awkward moments, I can tell you, it's a physical pain. It's like, you know, when you watch those movies and there's like an embarrassing secondhand embarrassment, I physically cannot. I have to cover my eyes because
it hurts.
my body, like it.
Yeah.
And to teach myself to be like, hey, we got nothing else to say, and they're not adding in. Don't say anything. I know this hurts right now.
Yeah.
I know. Don't say anything. Just don't say anything.
It's like when somebody says something awkward and it gets quiet. And I've been in that situation so many times. I've been on both ends of it. Like, I've been the one that said something awkward, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to say something else now. And there's been times where I've actually recovered it. Where it's like, okay, I need a moment of self-awareness.
The awkward one, I'm the person who fills in the laugh. I'm the one who is like, if it's even a joke that didn't land, I will be the person that does the laugh so that then they don't feel bad and awkward.
Yeah.
And I love that sometimes people will always be like, GG.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What? Like, I can't let a person go down. Like, there's all of us. You guys could have let him have a face. Like, you know what I mean? As they say, like, let him have some face. You all could have just given him, throw in the towel. There's some people where you're like, no, you need to be embarrassed. You need to be humbled a little bit. You need that awkward moment. But there's some people where you're like, dude, like.
Well, it depends too on the severity.
Man, we haven't even done an intro, man.
Yeah,
y'all just keep going on and on. I'm just like looking at y'all like,
we're gonna
what's going on?
We're gonna introduce the episode, but this is juicy shit. Like, it depends on the scenario, on the severity of the social. What do they call it in sociology? Is social when you break the rule, the social rule, taboo. The severity of the social taboo. Like, is it just an awkward comment, or is it something that's like aggressively inappropriate? Because in that case, I feel like a little shame might be helpful.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because those moments you're like, no, you needed to be humbled. This was a moment where you chose this. Like, and there's moments where I will be that person where I'm like, well, that was a choice.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh no. I can definitely be the I'll laugh, but there's some moments where I'm like, no, you need to have a little bit of salt on that one. That was a choice. You did not need to say that. Like, no.
Okay.
Shame. We're gonna start shaming people.
Yeah, we need to shame people more. That's the lesson of this podcast. Okay, we do need to introduce the episode now. So, do you want to start off with that, or should I?
Man, doesn't matter, man. You already know what it is. Welcome to the Issa Vybe podcast. It's your guy YBK. We're out here today. I got the co-host with me, Ostentatious.
What's up?
We got an amazing, incredible, talented, the one and only Miss Adiyo. You know what I mean?
Look at that, sweetie.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Anyway, we just lost the projector, so we're gonna go fix that. Thank you, Vybe Fam, for tuning in. Why is this thing going on standby already? Yeah, one thing that you had just mentioned was that sometimes you like to laugh to fill in the gaps. Speaking of laughing, we have a change of pants and a pea cup ready for you for when you start laughing.
Change of pants and a pea cup.
For when the giggle monster comes out.
What the hell?
Sorry, I could cut that out. That was too good, though. I had to
what the hell? All right. I was like, we're not going to let her introduce herself.
Nobody knew what was coming. Okay.
All right. If you could please tell the lovely people listening, watching,
with you guys.
introduce yourself.
Well, hello world, Vybe family. My name is Adiyo. I am a singer, songwriter, music producer, and performer. I make music that I coined AfroChestral. So
I know that's right.
Afro melodies, chords, percussions, and I apply orchestral instruments to them. My mission is to make you dance like you're at a concert and feel like you're in a movie.
Amen. Yes.
I think you're accomplishing that. Just from my personal experience, anyway.
I second that. Ditto.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Honestly, I feel like it's been more of that this year than it had been like since I actually started producing myself. And I think because for the longest time, like obviously as an artist or as any person, you're always trying to figure out like what it is you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And writing is like it's easier in a way for me just based on how the process is. But I feel like this year somehow there's part of me that's just like, let's just go tap into like the more emotional emo stuff. So less about what someone did to me, heartbreak and all that stuff, and more like what's going on in here, like what's happening. So why are we randomly crying, or why are we randomly angry, or why are we dealing with this PTSD and stuff? Like I've been falling
introspection.
Yeah, I've been falling back in love with NF. So
hey.
Yeah.
Aye.
So it's been back into, because I realized like even a few other songs that I'd written or produced, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is dark. And I'm like, why did we step away from this though? You know, so maybe let's move into that. Maybe that's where we're at right now, and let's just focus on that. And then later on, we'll go back into like the Phoenix Rising, and you know.
Yeah. Nice. So like music evolves, right? Like, and it's allowed to, because you evolve, you know, right? Like,
I think it's evolved, but it's probably also maybe shedding light to like a version of myself that I just didn't want to even tap into. Because I realized like I like sad things and I like sad songs. Yeah. But I am aware of how much that like wraps around me. Like the saying is like, you stand next to ink and eventually you'll be covered in black, you know?
Fair.
So it's like, I just didn't know, like, will there be a point where I'll be able to like get out of this and I will be seeing happy days, or will I be stuck the whole time constantly like writing sad songs and just crying about sad songs?
Fair enough.
So it'd be like, when I feel emotions, I feel emotions. So I was also, for a while, I was like, let's not go there then. Let's not be depressed. Let's not try and like, because I don't want to have to battle trying to get out of the depression and stuff. Right. So let's just maybe focus on the other stuff that's like maybe a little easier to tap into or talk a little more about. Yeah. Versus like the line I did for my song Hurting, where it's like, I walk around with a disguise so no one sees through this fake smile of mine. I need the world to think I'm fine because I can't face what I cannot describe.
Deep bars. Bars.
Basically.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe about 20% of my songs are sad. So I'm much like lower on the sadness, but they, for me, like they pop in randomly. And then
when we say sad, are we talking just lyrics, or are we also including like the vibe of the track, like, you know what I mean, like, because I like a lot of, like, you know what I mean, there's a whole like genres are like melancholy, you know what I mean, like
that's where I'm going more so toward a lot more toward.
Like when I think of like Ruth B, like when I think of like Lana Del Rey, you know what I mean, like
I wanted, because the thing that I realized for the song Hurting, I was like, when I put it towards, and I put it against like some of the other songs, even the way in which I had produced that. And for that one, I remember even when I was producing it, I just kept being like, we got to add more strings. We got to make it more sad. It's got to be like, you need to feel it in your body, like that song, to the point like
more minor chords,
like basically. And it was like that song on itself without having the vocals in it. I remember a few times I would sit there and I'm having a rough day and I'm listening to it and I start crying. So I'm like, this versus like when I put Me, Myself and I, and people are like, people are dancing, and it's only if I do like a stripped version that they fully understand like the lyrics, versus when you're hearing Hurting and then you hear the lyrics and you're like, this is all around just like,
this is pain. This is pain. Yeah. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
And I'm like, I love those. So I think like the Chasing by NF and Fear by NF. Those two songs like replayed so much.
I got to see him perform, like when he came to Winnipeg. He performed the song Fear. That was off his album that year, like I think 2023 or something like that. Yeah.
Like,
she was fine.
I'm so jealous. I am. I really am.
And Corday was there too. I was like, oh shit. It was fire.
I think that's what it is. And I think that's why my relationship with music has been a little different lately too. It's been hard to like, for playlists to really listen to a lot of like sad love songs, heartbreak songs. Because I'm starting to realize like, unless there's some sort of the lyric or the melancholy like is there for me and I can like attach to it, if it's a good groovy song and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is great, but I'm gonna forget about this in a little bit. Whereas if it's like a song like Chasing, like I just want to run away to a place where I can feel safe, where I belong, where I don't have to run away from my flaws, I don't have to be afraid of my thoughts, like all these type of
I'm like, those were already bars right there.
I'm like, this is going to be on repeat for a while. We're probably going to be crying in the car, in the shower, but it'll be one of those like, but this is a good cry. It feels so good to release, you know?
Yeah.
And then you'll come back to it again. Like,
yeah.
So I think that's where I'm at right now, where I kind of feel like everything is, and it sounds bad, but like everything is cost in the sense of like, the value in it. If I'm creating this, what's the value in it? So when I'm creating this and I'm saying these stories and stuff, what's the cost? What's the value that I'm trying to portray? Well, right now, this sadness, I need to get this out, and I need it in a way where it's so theatrical, but it's still thought-provoking.
Yeah.
But it's still like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted where it's like you can't really choose, in the sense of whether I separate the song, the instrumental better make you feel something.
Yeah.
Or at least the lyrics make you feel something.
Yeah.
So that then at least even when I'm doing the strip version, even when you hear the strip version, you're like, oh my, I didn't know this was this sad. Like a lot of times when people listen to a lot of my songs, like the funny thing is Traumatic was like my first self-produced song. And it's like the saddest song in the world. Nobody really like knows about that song. For the most part, people know Tonight. They know Me, Myself and I. Maybe they know Look Around, or they know like Better Off. But all of these songs are very like tempo, you know? And I remember one friend kind of being like, and she's a singer too, and she does like very like sad song, jazzy kind of thing. And I was like, well, maybe we should do a song together, you know? Another friend was even saying that, and she laughs. And she's like, I don't know, I feel like I put like a damper in your music. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, our music is very different. Like yours is very like happy. And I'm like, put dramatic. And like it starts playing and she's just like, this is you? I'm like, yeah.
So did you promote traumatic as much as the other ones, or do you think maybe that's why people don't know about it as much, or is it just happened to be that way, sort of like?
I don't even think I promoted it as much. First of all, I think that was also, I was going through my journey with my vocals. First of all, the inferiority complex of the fact that I was producing by myself.
So it was one of your earlier projects.
Yeah. Okay. Like, and even vocally, it's a pretty song, but even vocally, like as you can hear from my voice being lower, and I have such a low register that when I even perform that song now live, I don't sing it in the same key as what it was sang before. Granted, it still came out beautifully. It's still a beautiful, sad song. But even when I perform it live, I'm like, the version of me, even when I was singing that, even by listening to it and the key I chose, I'm like, this version of myself didn't want to take up space in this world. Versus the version of myself now, when I sing it, like I growl, I'm like, I go, all out and show off. Versus when I first created that song, even when I recorded it, like just even the thoughts in my head of like release, I'm like, we're really gonna do this. We're really.
It's really nice to like look back on your old music and see that growth. You know what I mean? Like, the progression. You know what I mean? And just like your abilities as an artist. You know what I mean? Like. For me personally, as an artist, I always loved that. You know what I mean? When I go back on the old track, and I'm like, oh, I could do this 10 times better. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think for me, it's when I have that moment of I can't change any of the lyrics. I can't change anything. That's when I'm like, oh, damn. Okay, this song's actually pretty tight. Like, I can say that for tonight, and I can say that for Me, Myself, and I.
Nice.
Traumatic, it's mainly just my vocals. Because even now, we're in a place where we're like, do I want to re-record it in a lower register where I'm way more confident, or do I leave it alone? Because even the version of it, you can tell and you can hear the pain and like how it was recorded. Like, it's pretty vulnerable. It's pretty decent job. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, considering it was even very like it's an amateur all around the way it was done. Like, not amateur as in like it's horrible, but it was beginner work. And so it's okay. That's where that one lies. But when I can sit there and I can listen to the lyrics and listen to like the recording and be like, those are bars, Adiyo, okay. Like, that's when I'm like, okay. But when I can sit there and I'm like, did I auto-tune that? Oh, and wait, what are those lyrics? Wait, what did I write? Like, I thought this was okay. Like, there's those. My first recording, like the first song I released ever, I was 16.
Nice.
And now when I listen to the lyrics, I'm like, jeez, I was 16. Like, I was 16.
I know. Exactly.
Wow, 16. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's wild.
And so I can also tell those are moments where I'm like, okay, maybe step away from the song, is when I'm like, you're just focused on rhyming.
Yeah.
Now you're just forcing it. So let's just step away from this song and just move on to something else, because now it's not even coming out as authentic, and now you're just annoying.
Like what you're saying is you're caring more about the rhyming than the subject matter itself.
Yeah, yeah. Like now it just
that's
like
a struggle in hip hop too, for real.
You're like, you sit there and you're like, okay, it's not giving it substance, but I guess you've given it rhymes, but like
you're not really like focusing on like saying the story or like painting the picture, you know what I mean, of what you're feeling or what you're trying to do. You're just like trying to catch the next rhyme.
And my biggest thing for me to determine if I've told the story correctly is if I'm able to switch first verse and second verse, and like you can still understand where the story is going.
That's a good,
I guess that would make
process.
sense in most cases, unless the story is so concise that it actually has a chronological progression. But thematically, that makes sense. I actually never thought of it that way.
So that then like I'm like, oh, okay, we can say it this. Okay, yeah, this is making sense, and this. Yep. Okay. Put it back. This is the song. Yes, but if I'm like listening to it and then I flip it tip. And then you're like, what? Like, oh, okay, no. Okay. Just scrap this. We're just going to redo this again.
Okay, I'll bite. I can nerd out about song analysis a little bit. For real though, like, sometimes when I'm writing verses, So there's like so many different ways to do it, and one way is to write everything you want to say without making it rhyme at all, and then making it rhyme later.
Ooh.
Another way is like I'll make it rhyme, but then I'll analyze the rhyme words and see like, is this the right word that I can use, and and is this sentence like, can I say it better? Should I swap out the word for a different word and change the whole rhyme? And that's where I come up with rhyme words, but then I'm thinking about, because I'm usually working with maybe 3-syllable or 4-syllable rhymes, it gets more complex, but then it opens up like a whole new world of like putting words together and pronouncing them differently, and that's what's always drawn me to hip hop. It's like its lyrical focus.
So when you are structuring it, then are you structuring it based first on like verses to the verse to the chorus, like the hook, like the pre-chorus and the hook, or are you doing it like the chorus first, and like what's your?
I think we should all answer that question. Yeah, I'll go first. My songwriting process has been super chaotic and messy up until recently.
Okay.
So before, I would just write, and then I wouldn't even have a hook in half my songs. Like my first EP, only one of the 4 songs had a hook.
Oh.
So I was just writing rhymes and rapping and just going with it.
That's amazing.
And just doing it like how I wanted.
Yeah.
But then when I released my first LP, which was Noisy Thoughts, I got a little bit more a lot more into the hooks. I think every single one had a hook. And now what I do is I do a lot of just like verse writing for fun, but when I think of a hook or like a melody for a hook, then the song will evolve around that. And the hook will be the core, like whether it's about like whatever it's about. So it's still chaotic, but it's becoming more refined.
Gotcha. Vybe?
For me, it depends. Like it depends on like how like the songwriting process is going. For me, like just the times when like you're writing a song and you know it kind of just like comes out of you, like it's like an out of body experience. In those times, honestly, like I can't even tell you what comes first. I just know it happens. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Right. But other times where it's like you actually like, you know, let's say you're sitting down with a beat you really like, or like you book studio time and you actually like, I'm trying to be creative in this time period. Like in that space, like I kind of like to create like focus on the melody first, the melodies, and like I guess the chorus or pre-chorus, pre-hook, and then like build a story around that. I might write a verse first and then the chorus. It depends. I don't have like one specific way I write my music. I kind of just like let each moment just go as it goes. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like it's like if someone has me on a track that they want to feature me on a track, then I try to like match my part to their part as well. So it's like, you know, whether that's like a pre-hook going into, or a bridge from the chorus into my verse, or at the end of my verse into their chorus, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just try to like match their energy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you?
It works both ways.
Yeah.
If I'm working with other people, I tend to do the verse first, just because it's collaboration. So like just figuring out how to like collaborate it together. It always seems that people want to work on the verse first when they're collaborating anyway. So we just end up following that.
Facts.
And I tend to be like really more like lenient when I'm working with other people. So it's really like, let's just do the scenic route, basically. If I'm doing it by myself, it's the hook first, because the hook tells me what the story of the whole song is going to be.
Facts.
So the hook is what I start off with, and that's usually where the out-of-body experience is. So it's, if I'm sitting there and I'm hearing, like sometimes I go through splice sounds and I start hearing like some of their loops, and then if all of a sudden I like feel a melody come out of me, whether and it'll be a melody, but typically it's like there'll be lyrics that'll come out, or it could be gibberish. But once I know that something's happening, I'm like, okay, so obviously this we've picked something.
Yes.
So then afterwards, the concentration is the hook. Then afterwards is like, okay, what's the pre-chorus so we can get to the hook? And then afterwards, all right, so how are we going to tell the story so we can get to the pre-chorus and the chorus? And make the story, either make it believable, but also make it make sense for us to get to the pre-chorus and the hook. And then sometimes they'll be like, well, I feel like putting some French in here. So let's throw that into the pre-chorus, because I prefer like that's where it gets into that bilingualism is like, I'm going to tell you the story in English, and then afterwards I'm going to hit you with a little bit of French, and then we're going to go back into like the English.
Nice sandwich.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So much of what you guys said speaks to me, like particularly like sometimes like when I'm figuring out something, it comes out gibberish, and that's usually when I'm figuring out the flow. Right, so the melody is there, and then I'm figuring out the flow, but it's like there's no words. But then when you figure out the flow, I'm like, okay, that like there's a way that this can work, and it comes from inspiration. And then also what you said about like you don't even know sometimes what is even happening. That happens to me so much too. Like I go into that flow state, and that is the most satisfying, blissful state of music writing ever. And that's like when I sit down and I've been thinking about an idea for weeks, and then I sit down and write and record and produce a beat and record the song in 24 hours.
Facts.
That's
facts.
Those are the best songs.
Facts. Every artist can relate.
Sometimes those songs are better than the ones you've been working on for weeks.
Facts. My 10 over 10, my biggest song came like that. It happened like just like that.
Can't remember.
Just like that.
Warriors Anthem. Did we start with the hook or the verse? I can't even remember.
The Warriors Anthem. Now we were cooking the beat all together, like together. You know what I mean? And when we made like the chorus of the beat, everything else kind of built around that. Did we make the chorus first? No, not for the lyrics, but for the beat. Yes. Like we made what we wanted the chorus to sound like.
We made the beats. Right.
Yeah.
So for me, myself, and I had made that. I had made the chorus like 5 years ago, and the chorus just kept repeating. Like sometimes I remember even going shopping with my sister, and we were like pushing the cart, and all of a sudden I start singing the lyrics to like the chorus, and she's like, wait, what's that? I'm like, it's just one of my songs. Okay, well, when's that coming out? And I'm like, I don't
none of your business.
Like, yeah, basically, like, I don't know. Stop pressuring me. Like, I could not figure out the lyrics for it. I could figure out the chorus. I loved the chorus. I was like, and I remember even like when it came out of my mouth, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is all right, but like, what's the story though? Like, what are we trying to say?
Perhaps you haven't experienced that story or processed it yet. That's why the lyrics aren't there.
Year, all of a sudden, I'm like, I got lyrics for this. And then I just start producing and writing and stuff. And then I send Terrence a message being like, yo, I got a few ideas. I'm going to send you, and you just like, let me know what you think. And I remember just being like, you really need people around you who are really supportive, because sometimes I can't even handle myself, so it's good to have people who can handle you.
Shout out Mr. Ruiz.
I swear, because the amount of times I kept like editing and like re-putting things in and stuff, and but finally being like, I think this is the song we're gonna release this year. And I was like, because I hadn't released anything since like 2023, and so last year for me, it wasn't even like, oh, let's work on the EP or let's do this, or I was just like, let's just release the song. Because maybe then it'll also get me out of this funk that I don't even know what's happening right now. Because right now, all I keep doing, I feel like I'm that kid that's stuck inside while all the kids are playing outside. And that's what funny. I felt for like seeing all my artist friends doing things, doing the thing. And I'm sitting here like ruminating basically, like, you know? And so I'm like, let's just release at least the song. If we can at least just get that love back and just get that, so we can just move the post a little bit. At least then some fire or something will come out of me, you know?
Amen.
And so then when I did end up releasing it, what was more interesting really was just the fact that people are like, the lyrics. And I'm like, when I was even writing some of those lyrics, like I remember even using some of my words, and I was like, will this be too hard of like, these are words that I use though, but is this gonna be like, am I trying too hard? Is this too hard of a word to be, you know what I mean? Like at the same time too, you're like, I'm not here to make it commercial, but at the same time too, I also don't want it to be too much, like too pretentious, you know? But at the end of it, I was like, when I was done writing even the lyrics for it, and I remember us recording it, and I was like, you know, Nah, just leave it as it is.
Okay. Not everybody is going to like your music no matter what.
Yeah.
So you might as well make music that you want to make.
Exactly.
For real.
That's the answer to that.
Exactly.
It took me a long time to figure that out too.
Fair enough. So what got you started on the music journey?
I've always loved music.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, I've always loved music. I loved dancing a lot more. Never took classes until like 2 years ago, basically. So it's always been funny to me when I started teaching Own Your Glow and stuff, and people would be like, "Well, I'm not a dancer." And I'm like, neither am I. Like, you know, the best you get from me is like I did folklorama, you know, but like school talent shows and stuff, I would be, what was that, like improvising, you know, or like practice whatever it is I saw on MTV, you know, what's the new artist's dances that I really like, and practice that whole dance, you know what I mean? So,
I know what you mean.
So I'm like, I don't know why we're putting such a big thing. Like I didn't know that what I was doing was so good until, you know, you start hearing some people say to my parents, like, do you take her to dance classes? Do you take her to vocal lessons? Like, so I remember living in South Africa. In the backyard, we had a deck, and I would act like that was my stage, and I would be like singing. Like,
sweet. Been there.
That's fine.
So it's been honestly, even with my siblings, when they even hear like I'm performing and stuff, everybody, it's expected at this point for me, to the point that even my siblings like, oh, so what's the new song coming out? I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out. Well, what have you produced? Can everybody calm down?
It's coming.
It's coming, you know?
I promise.
Yeah.
Have a little faith in me.
You know?
Yeah. Well, give me some space.
But you gotta be, at the same time, you're like, and especially as the youngest, when your siblings are like hyping you up and actually say like your music is good and you can sing, you're like, wait a minute. I'm gonna, first of all, I screenshot anytime my brother, especially because he's the oldest, so anytime there's a compliment where like one day he was like, you know, I got a bone to pick with you, and I was like, oh, okay, what did I do? He's like, the other day I got your song stuck in my head and I didn't even realize it was your song. I'm like, screenshot.
Houston, we got him.
Gonna make a poster of screenshot DMs. Put it on your wall.
Exactly. Put it on your wall. Frame it.
I was like, every time you guys compliment me, screenshot.
That's
I
so.
got proof.
Your inner child just like.
All the time. I'm like,
Happy
listen,
dance.
being the youngest gives you character. It builds character, okay? But it also means I need compensation. So.
Amen. I feel you. I'm the youngest too. I'm like, yo. Say that.
Like, I'm here for compensation now. I don't care about like. I love the hype. That's great, but nah. There's many years of PTSD I'm going through right now, and I need to heal.
Yeah.
So I gotta get high.
I don't know if this is kind of arrogant what I'm about to say, but here we go. My thing,
yes,
it's difficult. It's tricky for me to take compliments sometimes, in the sense that when like friends or family say that my music is good, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know it's good, but I need to hear it from like a producer. Yeah, like I need to,
Okay.
And I'm like, I need to hear it from a producer or a successful artist.
Okay, I hear
you know
that.
what I'm saying.
I hear that.
And I appreciate them so much, and I love you guys so much. Thank you. I want you to. But it doesn't pay the bills.
Shake my head. That's all I have to say.
It doesn't, exactly.
Okay.
And that's the business. That's the artist business mind coming in.
I understand what he's saying, and it makes sense. The only thing is that for people like us, who had to hear that we were crap like all the time, like my siblings did not gas me up when I was younger. Okay, it was the two of them for the long. Like, it's funny. I saw this post the other day on Instagram. It was the cutest thing. It was this girl holding her little sister, and the caption said like, she lived 13 years without her baby sister, and her baby sister lived 8 years with her. So she's never known what it's like not to be with her. And I'm like, that's basically my watchtowers. My brother is 8 years older. My sister's 7 years older. So for 7-8 years, it was just those two. And then I came around, right? And it was work. Okay. Being the youngest is work. But being an African youngest is, just being the youngest is work. Okay.
Okay.
So every time you're like, you're just trying to, you're the youngest. You're just trying to like hang out and stuff, but you're not cool enough until a certain age. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're just remembering all the times that you got dogged.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're like, your music is good and you're such a good singer. You're like, wait a minute. Like,
I didn't even know you guys liked me.
Literally.
This feels like a trap.
Literally.
No
like,
buying it. No buying it. No, sir.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Who are you?
What have you done with my siblings?
Yeah, they're starting to smell the fame coming a little bit. They're like, well, maybe I should be nice.
The other day, I got...
My sister was on the radio.
I swear. One of the messages was like, cool. So I'm gonna let you know which island it is I want to retire on. So now that I'm seeing things are working out for you, and you're like, wait. We're not there yet. I appreciate that you see and think so highly of me.
Yeah. So when are you getting a yacht?
So I plan on retiring in
Yeah.
in like 30 years. You go with that?
Like, you know, like, oh, you can retire when you want to, but my retirement plan. Oh, right, yes, because you're older than me, so I should hear this.
Yeah.
So yes, go ahead. What's the retirement plan?
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's that running joke, especially from immigrant families, where like you tell them that you're in an arts career. It's like, oh yeah, I'm in film or I'm in music. And they're like, okay, but what do you do for work?
Like, literally, like,
suffer every day and try to build a career out of arts.
Yeah. I remember this Nigerian stand-up comedian who said, she was even saying like her mom, when her mom found out that she stopped her job, and I think she was like an engineer. Like it was a pretty good, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And her mom goes, okay, so I gave birth in my stomach. I'm sorry. I didn't know I should have bought clown shoes because my child wants to try and be a clown. She wants to try and be funny.
Oh my.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
And mind you, she's telling this as she's like at the Apollo Theater, you know, doing her stand-up, you know, and she's telling this. She's like, but now, you know, when people talk about me, my mom's like, yes. And when she was in my womb, I had bought those clown shoes because I knew she was going to be funny.
Yeah.
You're like...
Yeah.
That's called adapting, okay?
I gotta tell you something that I...
Laugh at my trauma.
So...
Damn.
I'm going to keep this really anonymous because I don't want to embarrass anyone or know if they even want me to tell us. But, like, I was talking to my friend's dad, and he was asking me about my friend's career or whatever. And he was like, yeah, he's doing this and that. And then he looked at me, he's like, yeah, but that's not really going to go anywhere. And I didn't know what to say. And I was like, don't you have faith in your son?
Like,
I was like, that's kind of like...
Damn.
Like...
Damn.
I was just
why
like...
are you making this difficult for
so
me?
mean.
That's a nice sofa you have over there, sir. Like what do you want me to say? That's...
Yeah.
Aye, that's
like
tough.
my brain just goes, why are you making this difficult
Yeah.
for me?
And like, I know that's like normal for like...
That's immigrant culture.
Yeah,
man.
for like us white families, I didn't see that a lot. Like I had a very hands-off like childhood raising and like I was just allowed to just be free and hurt myself and get in trouble. And yeah, so I cannot relate. Like I don't know that experience. So it's interesting to hear about that and see like that other family dynamics.
Yeah. You've lived in a lot of like different countries, yes? Like growing up?
Yeah, 10 to 13 different countries.
Wow.
My family. Yeah.
Could you tell us about them
my dad
and
was
which
a
ones?
geologist. He used to work for the UN at some point.
Oh.
If I can remember all of them, don't, because I was young for most of them. So Mozambique, South Africa, Kenya, Burundi, Congo, I believe Swaziland. We did France at some point. Germany might have been without me. But then, yeah, we got Canada and where else? Honestly, that's the best I can remember right now.
So like sounds like a lot of moving in like east and some south and Africa.
Yeah. A few of them too was like we would stay anyway just because dad might feel it's better for him to just work outside of and then just come back in kind of thing. But yeah, And so for our family, it's funny, even the only person, so we're Congolese, but the only person within the kids who was born in Congo was my older brother. My sister was born in Burundi, and then I was born in Chad. So a lot of times, I was born even while the World Cup was happening. And as my mom's, I'm about to pop out into the world. There's a game going on, and my poor dad's like, "This kid can't wait. This is the most intense game."
You just had to come bust up the party.
Swear.
Damn. They're like, "It's me.
You're
Hello."
Came out singing tonight.
Me, myself, and I.
Y'all gotta stop.
Just picturing it. That's funny. Oh my god.
That's funny.
So was a lot of that when you were really young?
Yes.
Do you remember like what your favorite was? Favorite country?
Fair. Yeah.
I would say South Africa, actually. Yeah. It's unfortunate what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say South Africa was probably my most fondest. Like I liked Mozambique, but I would definitely say I liked South Africa. But it was also funny being in South Africa. So when I learned English, like the way we learned our languages, my dad's the one who taught us until we went into other schools, and then obviously what have you. So sometimes he'd have to tell them like, hey, their level is the same as everybody else's, so don't get caught up just because they're fluent. It doesn't mean, like, you know, you might tell them the rule, why is this rule the way it is. They're not gonna know. They just know that they're supposed to say it this way. So treat them like everybody else. Their level is the same way. And so for me, because when you're younger, and I think also with ADHD, it's the hearing. So when I hear someone pronounce certain ways and certain things, like I mimic what I hear. So that's why even for my French, people will be like, it's very Parisian. I'm like, when I was growing up listening to a lot of stuff, I was mimicking what I was hearing. And so for my accent, for my English, it just sounded very American because all the TV I'd watched was very American. So when I was in South Africa, they'd be like, are you American? And I'm like, no. Like, no. Oh, you have an accent. Yeah. And then when I got here, people were like, what's like your accent? But here I understood it because it's just the pronunciation of stuff. In South Africa, our pronunciation is very close to British. They were colonized by the Dutch. Yeah. So can't, shan't, things like that. Yeah. So it sounded like I was sort of British. Yeah. So they'd be like, yeah, it's this new girl who's got like a American British accent. And then the more I stayed here, Americans started thinking that I was American as well. Yeah. Like you sound like you're from maybe Georgia, like a little bit of, so it's been very interesting when it comes to like accents for me.
Fascinating. Growing up in so many countries. That's really cool. It's really cool. Have you visited more countries since then?
Cuba, France, where else did we go? Belgium, actually, just recently in March. And yeah, that's about it thus far.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to go to like Thailand. I want to go to Vietnam, South Korea, Amsterdam.
Okay.
I'm thinking of going to Thailand this winter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to invite people.
This winter? This winter?
Yeah, this winter. Let's go.
So you said this winter.
I said next winter.
This winter.
I said next winter before the previous winter, but now it's this winter.
No way, Cap.
Maybe I could be wrong.
This winter I'm gonna be in England, gang.
The whole winter?
Yeah,
bro. Can you take a week or two off?
No, I'm gonna have time off. I'm just gonna fucking travel Europe, bro. Like,
well, fly to Thailand real quick.
Catch a train, go to France.
Go invite some friends.
Not even you can just drive to the next country. That's what we did when we were in France. What? When I went to go visit my sister, and just on the weekend we're like, okay, we're kind of bored. What do we want to do? Okay, we put the kids in the car and we drove to Belgium.
Yeah. Hey, Brussels, Belgium. Nice.
I'm a total travel noob. Like I have not done like serious traveling in overseas countries. Like I've never been overseas. Like I think I've been to Mexico once, Cuba once, and that's it.
the fact that you even did Cuba, that's amazing, because most people would just do Mexico.
Cuba, I liked Cuba more than Mexico. Cuba was amazing.
Shout out to my sister for
forcing me to go. I got addicted to mojitos in Cuba.
Oh my god.
Mint, white rum.
No, for me it
club
was pina
soda.
Coladas, man. Like if it weren't for the fact that I was there in my early 20s, thank God when I can't put on weight, because the amount of like pina coladas and without rum, that's on top of that. So all you're doing is sugar.
The alcohol was so much cheaper. When I got home,
that's the problem.
I was making mojitos like every night.
When we got back, we just pina coladas just kept going. It was. I was like,
I haven't been to Cuba. Damn, I gotta go.
Okay. They're so nice.
So we'll go to Thailand this winter. We'll go to Cuba next summer. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a possibility. You've got. You know what? And
I really want to travel. The reason I'm saying that and joking about it is because I actually want to travel with people that know how to travel, so that I'm not like I don't get stabbed and killed by accident. Like, you know what I mean?
See, but I don't know if I am the best person to travel with.
That's fair.
The thing that I realized when I went to France to see my family, I'm like, when everybody kept asking my sister, like, did you take her here? Did you take her there? And I'm like, why?
Just want to stay inside.
Okay, that's fair. I need someone.
That's
who wants
no way to be.
I need someone who wants to free solo the Eiffel Tower.
Like literally, they took me to the Eiffel Tower last year, and it was funny because they were so excited. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take her to the Eiffel Tower, and I was only there for like a few days last year, and I'm like, why? And why are you guys like so gung ho on like what's going like? This is not the first time I've come visit you guys. Like, yeah, and every time you do, we never do anything touristic. We're always just like chilling inside, you know. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I can see the pure joy in everybody's eyes. So okay, let's go to the Eiffel Tower, you know. But I'm not going to the top.
That's why when I travel, I'm going to like a local place and asking the first person I see who looks like a local, like, yo, what are the best 10 things to do in your city? And then I'm doing that. That's how I like to travel.
But I think it's also
that's how I like to travel.
Your nervous system should probably be reset.
So
because when I went this year, like, because last year definitely I was like, well, if you guys want to go anywhere, you want to do anything, I was more interested. Versus this year, I was like, I just want to stay inside. And when everyone's like, oh, did you take her here? And look. The amazing thing is the fact that I came all the way here.
They just wanted to get some deep rest and recover, hey?
Like, yeah. Because honestly,
that.
Even for me to leave, everybody kept being like, you should probably go on vacation. You should probably leave. It wasn't until my brother was on the phone with me and he was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to leave. That I called my sister and I was like, all right, let's just book that ticket.
You gotta go.
It's been signed, sealed, and delivered. It's like I'm being kicked out of Winnipeg by my brother, so I should leave.
That's fair, and that's a good point that you need to have a good travel chemistry with the people you travel with. Like, I'm the type of travel where like I'm climbing the Eiffel Tower when no one's looking, and I'm like hiking off the trails where I'm not supposed to go. Like that's what I do.
Okay, so
that's why I say it's dangerous for me to travel, because I'm doing crazy shit.
Got you. Yeah, we need to find you those type travel friends.
Like I couldn't go to
preferably other white people.
Yeah, like just kind of like let's go like cliff jumping.
I couldn't go to
bungee jumping. And like, nah, that's not water skiing and all this shit.
I couldn't go to Newfoundland without climbing a cliff. You know what I mean? Like, I literally could have.
Okay, I would climb a cliff with you, but when we're at the top and we're looking down at the lake and you're like, okay, let's jump in. I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not doing that.
There's a limit. There's a limit.
Okay.
I have been cliff jumping though, but only when I inspect the water and know how deep it is. Like, I take risks, but I take calculated risks. Like, I know what I'm getting into. Like, okay, if the water is this deep, I'm not jumping in it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but if I can't see the bottom, I'm giving her.
Nah, that's crazy. I'm like, I need to be able to see the bottom. Like it needs to be clear water. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Nah.
There was this.
I wish I could say I could determine that, but I'm honestly realizing this year more and more. I said this to another friend the other day. I was like, I feel like I'd been sleepwalking for a while, because there's definitely parts about me lately where I'm kind of like, wait, did you numb yourself to this? Have you been just going and like living and being okay with this, and we've numbed ourselves?
Zombie mode.
You know what I mean? Like, or I'll be like, yo, this is kind of fun. Like, why have we not been doing this? Like, why is, you know what I mean? And So I'm at a place now where I'm really like, I cannot tell you for sure what my reaction would be or what it is I would do, because previous me would probably be like, oh hell no, that's a no for me.
Yeah,
versus
we're
now,
staying in our comfort zone,
you know. Versus now it's like, because I even remember the other day, for me especially, I'm very much like, especially if I go order food somewhere or something, I tend to be like, I know I like this thing, so I'm gonna stick to this and blah 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 blah.
Nah, I can't be that way.
The other day I was kind of like, you know, and she's like, well, this one's got this, and if you do it this way, and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's just do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember older version me would typically be like, take like 20 minutes. And like, yeah, but if I end up and then I don't like it, then what happens? And and I just thought, well, if I don't like it, at least now I know I don't like it, and I've tried it.
Yeah,
I mean, like this is an experience. We're taking ourselves out on a date, woman. Like just eat it. Just try it.
When I go to restaurants, right? Like what I like to do is ask them like, what do you recommend? Oh, amazing.
That's
always get good recommendations.
You know what? And what I love about that is the
and
joy
always different stuff
and the passion.
They get
when you actually ask them that.
Yeah, they get so like they get so like happy and like, oh man, like this is why I come to work every day. Like, you know, like to just talk about this menu.
I love about like. And I think that's why it's so natural sometimes. So that's why I was saying at the beginning, people get very comfortable with me. Is sometimes it's because I love asking people questions and then sitting there and watching how passionate they are about telling you the answer. And you can sit there and you're like, you know, but you're like, I'm enjoying seeing your light right now. So put me in this world. Tell me about this particular thing. It might even be something I don't really care about, but how passionate you are, you're making me actually interested about this. So go ahead, like the stage is yours. You know?
Would you all ever go like hot air balloon? In a hot air balloon?
I'm 50-50.
I don't know. I feel like everything that I do that's where I'm in the sky or on the water, I have to research. Because here's the thing: if your car breaks down, you're fine most of the time. If you're on the middle of a fucking ocean on a boat and your boat breaks down, you are fucked.
You're cooked.
That's why I don't do cruises.
If you're in the sky, you are fucked.
You know what's funny though?
Hey, but they got parachutes up there.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
they do.
That is true.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that.
Right, you can just but then it's like, and then I have to look up the stats. How often does the parachute fail? You know what I mean? Like actually though, I actually have to do it. And the thing is, like, even like I have limits too. Like I won't go skydiving unless I really research it. You know what I mean?
I'll do
it. I'll do it once.
I wouldn't do bungee jumping.
I'll do it once.
I wouldn't do bungee jumping.
But
I wouldn't.
Skydiving?
Do you know how often that shit like snaps and breaks?
Do you know how often it's possible that the parachute doesn't even open?
Hey, that's a lower chances of the breaking one. I'll take that chance.
That's fair.
I'll take that
You
chance.
know what? I can't even. Because honestly, for me, it's funny. It's how someone once asked me, they're like, would you rather die on a cruise or in a plane? I'm like, first of all, knock on wood. But secondly, a plane. I'm like, drowning takes too long and I feel everything.
Ooh.
I would rather like, it's done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
And what I will forever remember, and God please rest in peace with their souls, but the soul ferry, those children where the boat like capsized and basically like they were told to go into their rooms and wait for further instructions and they drowned.
Oh my God.
Water takes too long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when people are like, oh, let's go on a cruise, when people are crazy enough to even bring that up, first of all, the toilet situation, okay? Secondly, have y'all watched the Titanic?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I watched a documentary recently about this guy that was he was trying to sail across the ocean in a boat that he made himself.
Yeah.
And he got caught in a storm and it broke, and then he inflated his little life raft and he was stuck on the ocean for 70 days and he survived.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. Life of Pi, man. Life of Pi. Have you ever watched Life of Pi?
Yeah. He was actually interviewed for that story.
Yeah.
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 It's the guy that they interviewed for that story. It's crazy.
Like, just no.
That is
like I would go on like
hopelessness.
I would go like on a 7-day cruise, I think, like 3-day cruise, because like you're still close enough to like bodies of water. You know what I mean? Like,
I've been on a cruise ship
like
actually.
you're still close enough to like land. You know what I mean?
I'm like, my parents.
Anything past like 2 weeks where you're like in the middle of nowhere? Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, sir. Not even if it's a 7 day. I'm like, I'm sorry, but my parents were not one of the people that needed to get on the cruise or on the boat to escape. So why am I going to put myself on a boat?
Oh, no.
That's a no for
Oh,
me.
no. Oh, no.
That's a no.
Oh, no, 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 no.
No.
No, no, no.
Yeah, it's
whether that was like back or like now as they're trying to escape.
It's an evolutionary instinct.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is. Generational.
Fuck.
I don't even know what the word is. That's crazy.
It's like, what's it? Jackie was telling me because they've got their little cabin out there. It's like an island basically.
Yeah.
And if they want to, they can, because they just got solar panels, I guess, and they're gonna like install those and stuff.
Let's go there.
Like, that's fine. And I remember she's like, "Tell me all this stuff," and she's getting excited. And I look at her and I smile, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe then we can get you out there." I did not leave the Congo.
Oh no! Oh no! No no! Oh no! No no no!
Just so I can go backwards. No working toilet and
oh my
internet.
God.
No.
Oh no.
She's just like, you can see it's calculating like, I'm like, girl, you've known me for years.
Yeah.
You know I'm joking.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Glitching.
Like, you don't have running water. There's an outhouse. You're now talking about solar panels. I mean, I understand it's an experience.
Yeah.
But you're not selling it to me right now.
No, that's okay.
Funny.
And as a person who's from a third world country.
That's funny. Yo, I'm with you there because it's like, for me, like, going camping outside, like, in, like, nature, like in a mountain or in the forest. I love going hiking. I love rock climbing. I love, you know what I mean? Like I'm an outside type of guy in that sense. But, like, sleeping outside in nature with mosquitoes, I don't know, man. I've had malaria too many times, gang. Like, you know, like that's PTSD for me, you know what I mean? But, like, I'll do a cabin, like, take me inside, you know, with heating and lighting, you know what I mean? Like, right? And like electricity, like a stove, you know, and microwave.
Some people won't even do that.
You
that's
know, like,
still something.
Then you sign me up.
That's still something.
I'm there with you.
Some people won't even do that. That's very true.
You know?
Glamping even. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're like, oh, so you want to sleep on the floor.
Oh, hell.
Outside.
Hell no.
Which is, again, it really depends how I feel. Because there are some days where I'm kind of like, yeah, it would be nice to, you know, sleep outside and you looking at the stars.
Yes.
And, you know. But I like showering. I like toilets that work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not like one of you guys where, listen, if I had a wee-wee.
Wait, who were we talking about with those little funnels?
It was me.
That was you? Okay, I knew it was you. That's all you need. What the hell? That'll solve all the problems.
Listen, you want me to go camping?
Yeah.
Done. Okay. Done.
Okay, I'll order you that little funnel on Amazon. What's your address? I'll send it to you.
That's funny.
Let's go camping.
I'd even willingly go highway driving with people now. Just so I can be like, give me a second. I just gotta. Like,
that's the thing holding you back.
That's definitely.
Yeah. Gotcha. Keep that in mind. You're right. I definitely don't want to travel with you. You're right.
A funnel is wild. Damn. No comment. That's
like the funny thing too is like when I'm in those moments where I'm like for the plot, that's usually where it's like I'll even talk to random people. Like I remember we finally decided, okay, let's go to the Louvre and just walk around and take a few pictures and blah blah blah. And then I see this really pretty girl walking, and so in France, how the escalators work is basically if you're going to be walking slow, you stay on the right, so that then whoever's trying to walk fast up the escalators, you give them way so that they can go past you. This girl starts walking. First of all, fashion. God, I felt so at home and at peace. No one looking at me sideways because I decide to dress, you know, like I want to. But anyway, we're like waiting and this girl walks past and she's so pretty. And I'm just like, she's like, excuse me. And I'm like, oh my God, you're beautiful. And she's like, thank you. And I'm like, oh, that was that was out of me.
I guess you're welcome.
Star eyes.
like
jaw drop.
I swear. There's some moments where sometimes you're like, is that the same person? Because I remember my sister, my niece, and I are standing somewhere. I don't even remember where we were. I think we went just for like a little bit of a hike with the dog or whatever. And we pause and we're all thinking of something. We all look at each other, and my sister and I look at each other, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? And I just start going, and my sister's like, what the, and my niece is like, why are you shaming her? She's like, no, you don't understand. I usually have to like I have to hype your aunt up to do these type of things, and right now she's doing it herself. I don't understand what's happening.
Who are you, and what have you done with my sister?
Like, I realize there's different versions of me, even with my siblings sometimes.
Facts.
With my brother, I'm like, sometimes he's too serious, so I'll definitely be like the younger me and like totally unhinged sometimes. With my sister, I'm like, which one of us is the youngest? So sometimes I do feel I need her to pull me out of my, like, I'm too rigid. And so I feel like my sister is the one that gets my head out of my ass, where I'll be like, stop, don't do that. And she's like, oh my God, like, can you not be boring? You're younger than me. You should not be the boring one, But then she'll be like, sometimes I regret it though, because my 18th, but when I was legal, by that point, I was like, well, what do I want to do? Because I had already gone to the bar when I was like 16. My sister and I look really alike. So during those days, apparently.
So you were a rebel. You were a rebel. Okay.
Like, the funny thing, it was like a few times, but really because I loved dancing. So when I would go to the bar with my siblings, it was really to go dancing, so we can go dancing. And it would be, I will go in first with my sister's ID. Then my brother will come through, and then I'll put her ID in his wallet, and then he'll like give his wallet to my sister so she can put it in her purse.
How does he give it to her when she's still out though?
Because how it would work is you would come in, and then there'd be the screen thing in the front doors. So I go first. I give the thing. Then he goes in. Then I will give him the ID, so he puts it in his wallet, and so he can give her the ID to put it in her purse. So they'll see, oh, he's giving his wallet to her for her to hold on to, not knowing that she's actually taking out the same ID, handing it to them. And I'm like, literally, my guy, like, do you not see it's the same ID? But no, because again, we looked like, people used to think we were twins, and we never understood why.
Was the bouncer white?
No.
Oh.
Like once or, you know what? I'll give it to him. Once or twice it was, but there are a few times it was not the case.
You know what I was going to say next?
Yes, I definitely.
They all look the same. Oh,
we were all feeling it.
Oh, man, that's
for
wild.
My 18th, I was like, I want to go to the strip bar. So we went to the strip bar. And then the DJ is like, if anybody on like the main floor feels like they can do it better, come on up on the stage. Damn. I'm like 4 drinks in, I think.
Okay, so we got the liquid courage pumping through those veins.
We are here for the plot.
I've never been to a strip bar. Yeah.
To be honest, it was because we were bored. Like, we were expecting more. We were expecting it to be a little more like, I don't know, like sultry, and it was a lot more gymnastics.
Oh. Okay.
So we were like, okay.
And you thought it was going to be more like burlesque? Or,
that kind of thing. You know, I was like I was ready to give some dollars. Like, I was ready.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, sure. I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to show them what I was expecting to see.
Damn.
So get up there. And you hear the DJ, oh, we got some brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
That's been my nickname ever since. Between my sister, me, and her best friend.
Oh my God, you should have told me that. Should not have told me that.
And so I'm tipsy, and we're like dancing. Give me more. Like, mind you, I'm not taking my clothes off. I'm not crazy like that.
Hey, we listen and we don't judge.
Congolese, okay?
We don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
I'm like, I am still afraid of my mama.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
And so he's like, brown sugar, we don't do no clothes. Nuh-uh. And I'm like, what is he talking? And I like, when I come to, like, presence-wise, instead of just dancing and having fun, I start noticing, like, the ladies around me who came up as well, no clothes on.
They're all naked.
Yeah. And I'm like,
you're the only one. You're the odd one out.
I'm not tipsy enough for this. So I'm like, We're getting down.
I'm gonna need like 4 more drinks to fucking do that shit.
I was like, my sister is still right there. She can physically harm me. That's a no.
I'm like if like as your brother, I'd be like,
thank God he was not there. He only heard about it after.
Oh no, be like.
Yikes.
And his eyes when my sister was telling him the story, like, bugged out.
Yeah.
So I guess someone helps me down the stage, and then I get to go sit next to my sister. And there's this patron who's from the States, and he's an older gentleman, and he's just like, I think it was very classy that you chose not to take your clothes off. And I was like, oh, thank you.
What a gentleman.
Gets us another round of drinks.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay for my college student loans?
Yeah.
Now, again, not saying there's anything wrong with being a stripper.
Yeah.
At all.
Of course.
I am 18 at that time.
Yeah.
There is no, and with the fear.
It's not what you signed up for.
No.
There's nothing wrong with it,
the
but
consequences.
Hey, Cardi B made it work. Okay.
When there is fear, I mean there is fear. Yeah. And even now, as the older me, I'm like, alcohol is a good thing sometimes.
Yeah. Yo, did you see the Kevin Hart like roast? Did you see that he did like a recent like
I saw clips.
comedy show?
Did you hear about
called
that?
The Kevin Hart?
No, there was a roast. It was
Okay,
apparently it was legendary and it was too real and all that stuff.
As always, it was controversial. As always, there was stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was funny as fuck.
We have about 15 minutes. So
I guess we should.
We can go into some specific questions or rapid fire or whatever you want.
Man, I wanted to talk about some black stuff, but
well,
actually, having too much fun.
You know what though? I'm
damn hooligans.
I'm gonna go get some water. Do either of you want water?
Oh, I got my
She has water.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. Okay. You guys can start talking about black stuff.
As he leaves purposely. I was even gonna say, so as soon as we do the black conversation, he's like, I'm gonna get water.
I'll be right back.
White people, am I right?
It's actually even funny that you even said that about like the Kevin Hart controversy, because a few days ago I was watching this thing on YouTube where it was talking about how the algorithm actually like it affects creators more than it does consumers, because you notice how like sometimes you'll do a video or something, or you'll do a post and you're thinking like, this is like the best, this is, for sure this is gonna get views, and then you look at the views and it's like 400 views or something, and you're like, what the hell, and then you do another video where you not as much oomph as you did, you know what I'm saying, you're like, whatever, and then it's like 10K and you're like, what? Why?
Is that meme, right? Like,
so then you're like, part of you ends up feeling like, okay, what is it that I did in this one that I now need to replicate,
right,
for me to get those same eyes?
Yep.
Versus staying just true to myself and sticking to what it is I was doing before anyway.
Yep.
Then it's like you're fighting the ego sometimes too, because you're like, okay, but it's still content. Yes, but what was the energy and feeling you were doing when you created that one versus the one you really, really liked?
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, we're always like fighting like the algorithm. I feel like, we're also always trying to be like, we don't want to contribute towards like the constant shorter and shorter format of social media, because that's like shrinking like attention spans, and it's fucking up our brains, and we don't want to contribute towards that. But at the same time, those are the clips that do the best views, right? So it's like we have to find a balance, like, and we try to find a balance, like, like we're gonna post short clips, but like not every clip is gonna be a long clip. We're gonna, if a conversation needs to play out and it's like a minute 30 second, we're gonna keep that and we're gonna post that. You know what I mean? Even though we know it's probably not gonna do as good as a 30-second clip, but it's like, I guess you gotta draw a line somewhere, maybe, if you have a conscience. Some folks who make content don't give a fuck, though.
And that's the
Yeah, like,
I'm in a place now where I'm really like, I don't want to do anything where I have to sit there and especially now that I've become more conscientious about looking backwards when it comes to like even my past journals and stuff like that. I'm really trying to be in a place where it's like, especially listen to your body. And if my gut is like, I don't feel so good about this or comfortable about this, then okay, maybe let's not do this, because I don't want to be in a situation where further down the road I wrote about this and the feeling it made me feel, and then I'm sitting here being like, dang, I gaslit myself into doing this. You know, I set myself aside just so I can please other people. I disregarded yet again the very thing that is supposed to help us in case of like dangerous situations.
Yeah.
I chose to be like, yeah, stop, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, you were your own perpetrator. How does that work out?
Oh, I feel that, man. I feel that. But I feel like in the overall scheme of things, man, like, as much as we are our own, like, worst critic, you know what I mean? Like, we still got to give ourselves grace, you know what I mean? Because we do get a lot done still. And, yeah, just, I guess, try and keep that healthy balance. In the end, it's all about balance.
I think it's also about learning what the root cause is, because that's
Hell
something
yeah.
I started noticing.
Hell yeah.
That's why I went out recently, was when I started noticing, hey, you've been watching these type of shows or this type of thing a lot lately. What's going on? Maybe I feel like maybe I'm needing some connection right now. Okay, let's go out.
Yeah.
You know. Or, hey, why we keep doing this? I feel like I'm really craving some pleasure and joy right now. Okay, let's go for a walk or something.
Yeah.
Because we all, like, as humans, there's root, root needs that we have.
Yeah.
And I started realizing, and it's been, as much as the algorithm might be bad, I have been finding that it's been good for me in terms of, like, what it's been making me ponder and to learn more in terms of this mental health, like,
that's good.
Journey.
That's good. You curate your algorithm.
I guess so.
Yeah, mine's getting better too.
Yeah, like,
mine's,
I guess so. And that's one thing they were saying, like, why dopamine, like, shutdowns and things like that, like, doesn't help the addiction. It's because you're not looking at the root cause of it.
Yeah.
You know, so when you're, you know, whether it's watching certain things or why are you doing that?
Right.
You know?
It's almost always an unmet need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is that unmet need?
Yeah.
And so that's when I started like, well, what are the needs that we typically have? Okay, safety, security, pleasure, joy, you know, like esteem, recognition, skills, mastery, you know, I name them so I can see what they are. Yeah. And then after is when I start seeing these habits that are happening, because the thing is, I realize, like, it's not about willpower. It's not about discipline. There's certain needs that are being met with certain habits. Okay, why is that need there? And is there another habit we can use instead of that one, so that then we don't feel as crappy afterwards? Yeah. Okay, so while we're sitting here and we're noticing we keep reverting to this habit, okay, what am I craving? What's happening? It looks like your skills mastery. Let's go read a book, you know? Or, hey, I wanted to really, you know, uptake my cardio. So maybe a mastery can be, I don't know, you know, my being able to do running for an hour straight, you know? Okay, let's go work on that, because that's a skill. That's something we can master.
Yeah, real.
I'm so into the why, and I know that for the longest people will be like, well, maybe there's never a reason why, but I'm like, I don't know though, because the more I keep asking why, the more I'm seeing reasons, which then is helping me see, okay, so what's the ulterior to
for
us
sure. Root causes can be applied in like all levels of life, and it's like, for me, it's like in the work I do in nonprofit, like we're always trying to analyze. Well, my perspective is that we should always analyze root causes. You know what I mean? And always look at that, because if we fix everything else but the root cause, it's just gonna be a cyclical nature, right?
We're
of things
just masking
repeating.
it. We're just putting a Band-Aid on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I guess let's do some rapid fire questions before we wrap things up. It's been a real pleasure having you on. We didn't get stuck about everything I wanted to talk about, but that's okay.
That's
okay.
My fault.
I forgive you.
I apologize.
I forgive you this one time. Make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm just playing.
It's okay. There's always season 3.
Oh, well, thank you.
This is true. But yeah, you want to do some rap quick?
I don't have them on hand, but I can see.
Yeah, they're on the docs.
Okay, let's see here. Well, one that I know is actually let's wait, I don't remember it.
I have my favorite ones that I like to ask.
Yeah,
like
did you know them?
Ones.
Ask them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
I always like to ask this ones because I think they're fun. Cheese or chocolate?
Cheese.
Wow. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're the first black person I've heard say that.
Honestly, both of them can destroy me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, one, I can't get like chocolate is it's too sweet for me.
That stuff.
So I can't it's very specific chocolates that I can eat and like done.
Does that apply to your men too? sorry.
Does that apply to your mental?
Men as well. Men as
well.
Are they brave enough?
Oh no. She likes the vanilla. White chocolate.
First of all, that's lactose.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's like a much less attractive word.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Damn! Someone call the cops.
What about cheese fondue? Have you ever had cheese fondue?
I have.
We dip like veggies in it. It's so good.
Cheese is nice. Cheese is good. It really is.
Cheese is good in the right proportion. You know what I mean? For me, like, I'll never eat, like, cheese and crackers. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'll never eat cheese fondue either.
What's wrong? Stop hating on cheese and crackers. Cheese fondue, bro.
Like, what's wrong
if you
with
make
y'all?
it properly, like, a little bit of garlic, some wine, you put some wine
let me
you,
dip
like,
my veggies in some Nutella. Some chocolate.
Like, you know what? Right in my head when he was like, I'm not going to do cheese fondue, I was thinking, this guy's going to say chocolate fondue.
Hell yeah.
That's good, too. Dipping fruit in that?
Yeah.
That's crazy good. That's crazy good.
Right.
I can't get through all of those.
Damn. She said cheese. Interesting.
I like a really sharp
fellow black people.
I thought we
black paradigm,
and we don't judge.
I want to know, am I tripping? No, I want to say, am I tripping? Yo, let me know. Am I tripping? Like,
okay,
I got my reasons.
Wait, what are we asking them? Because maybe I'll put it in the polls for this episode.
Cheese or chocolate?
Okay, we're gonna put that in the polls, and we're gonna see. We're gonna end the debate once and for all.
Yeah, to my black diaspora out there.
But only black people can answer. Nobody else answers, or we won't count your vote.
You're not welcome to the cookout. That's what it is. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Why do I always stir up trouble?
Instigated. Okay. How about this? Pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I agree with that. This is not a test, by the way.
I used to hate it. I honestly did, but I remember, I don't even know what it was, but just tasting the duality of like
exactly.
It's good.
That's why even like sometimes with pepperoni, I'll do pepperoni with black olives because of the tanginess.
Okay.
But I'm like, just that. I'm a sour person, so having that on food.
Yeah. Say less. Would you eat like strawberries on your crepes? Yeah. Or like pancakes? Yeah, I like that too. Same thing.
But
yeah,
I usually
acidity,
would probably do
tanginess.
raspberry because it's a lot sour, or rhubarb.
Rhubarb. I've never had rhubarb on my crepes, but that sounds good.
There was a time somebody actually even made like homemade jam from rhubarb, and then I made crepes, and so we all just. Oh my god!
That sounds divine. Okay. Okay. Favorite ice cream flavor.
As of late, it's been coffee.
Coffee flavored ice cream? I've never had that.
Wow.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling like I really need something tangy, then I'll do their mango raspberry. But yeah.
Interesting.
Have you ever had the Ben & Jerry's brand of ice cream? I love that.
I love Ben & Jerry's. Yeah.
Cookie
dough.
Oh
Yeah, cookie dough. Yeah.
God, that's their
or
signature.
The
brownie.
Oreo
the brownie was good.
Or the brownie. Usually, if I do their Oreo, it's because I really want to do like a milkshake.
Man, when I'm really, really like fried, like like when that's my go-to.
It's gotta be the coffee one for me. I don't know what it is lately. Like, I really love the coffee, and then especially making a milkshake with it as well.
Do you eat coffee crisp, the chocolate?
Not anymore, but I used to.
Damn, I can't. I don't understand how y'all like coffee. Like, I just don't understand.
You don't drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee crisp. I don't like coffee ice cream. I don't understand.
That's fair.
My taste
Hey man,
buds
the
would
first
not-
time I drank coffee, I spit it out literally.
Yeah.
But it's just over time, you just like you get cracked out from it. You're just like,
But
I guess.
mm,
Okay.
for me, it's like alcohol. It has to be masked.
like cream and sugar. Yeah.
Lattes, things like that.
Mm.
Like,
So you do like vanilla. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm a bully. I'm a
I
bully.
do like vanilla. Okay?
I'm not taking a side on this.
Everything has to be
Yes.
lactose free. Like vanilla.
Oh
Lord,
Lord. Yeah.
My long-standing relationship was with a white dude.
Okay. How did that end?
Oh, bro, haven't you heard any of the songs, bro? Like,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
hold on, guys. Rapid fire. Hold on. Let's bring it back.
Actually, yeah.
It's
Yeah, we got to keep it locked in.
Bro, it's about to start another 1 hour interview.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to just say it, but I literally just blurted that out like that. I did that was not. Yeah. Sorry. I've been in a long-term relationship too, as you know. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck our exes. I'm just playing.
Yeah, actually though, for real. I hope that our exes find each other and go and date. Fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know anything about you guys.
Wow,
Focus.
this took a quick 360. Wow. This is
I am
peace
an
and love.
instigator.
You.
You know how many times
We are
people
never
have said
like
that?
this. We are never like this
You
on
know
this
how many people say
podcast.
that too?
We are never
I
like
don't know about
this.
you guys. I'm having a grand old time.
Like, we're always about like peace and love and kumbaya.
I love it.
Okay,
I love
first of all,
I love the gritty, you know, like the
I
love
don't make
it.
you say nothing you don't want to say.
yeah, I like it.
Oh no. We just like elbows up, man. Elbows up. We just like, damn, that's crazy. Okay, answer me this: when making a bowl of cereal, right?
Here we go.
Does the milk come in before the cereal or after?
Yes, milk comes in before the cereal.
What?
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank
Hey,
you.
the reason I never asked that question on that list because I thought the answer was so obviously
No.
not what you guys just said. Why would I ever put the milk in first? Because the cereal floats.
Are you kidding me? You push it down.
with the spoon?
No, with your hand.
Oh man.
Then you get milk on your hand, and then it's
How much milk are you putting in? See,
Exactly.
It also depends. How much milk are you putting in? Because I'm here for the cereal, not
'Kay.
really for the milk.
I'm
Facts.
here to sip milk out of the bowl when
There
the
you go.
cereal's
That's
gone.
where the difference is. It's like when you're doing ramen, like you're
Right,
doing instant
right.
noodles.
Yes, yeah.
How much water do you put in?
Fair
there?
enough. Fair
I
enough.
did not know there was such a type of person. Like I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's like when you make your rice in the rice cooker. How do you do it?
I make rice in a pot. So
Same.
Oh, you do it. Okay,
yeah,
still
I
though. But
do it
how
the-
do you do it though? How do you measure your water?
with a measuring cup.
You too?
No.
How do you do it?
I don't know. Like we grew up like we wash our rice first.
Yes, naturally.
Yeah, and after I wash my rice, like the rice is already in the pot. So I guess based on the rice, that's how I do
so
it.
that's how you do it?
Like
Yeah.
How much rice is in the pot?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use
How do
the
you do
Asian
it?
method with my finger, and this determines how much water there is, and every time, perfect.
Perfect.
So much so that in my family, I'm the one that has to make the rice.
Say less. Say less.
That's how it got to a point where my sister's like, I don't know what's been going on with you, but you're making rice from now. And I was like,
Oh, I love rice dishes, man. Rice is one of my like rice and corn. Like I'm not saying together. I mean like rice and
but
then corn.
even if you put it
Yeah,
together, like
Really good dish.
rice
amazing.
is also such a great struggle meal. Like,
Facts.
you can do it with like teriyaki sauce. You can do it with actual meat, or you can just do it on its own. Like there's
Yeah.
so many things you can do with rice.
Oh man,
Mhm.
I could think of like all of my favorite places to eat. All have like their own different ways of making. Like all different cultures have different rice dishes, right?
Yes,
like
sir.
I think of like jollof. I think of like fried rice. Think of kimchi. I think of paella. You know what I mean? Like it's just like so many different like rice dishes out there. You know,
for sure.
Incredible.
So when I found out I couldn't have rice for
biryani,
I like so devastated. Yeah. So devastated.
When you found out what?
I couldn't have rice. Like my body couldn't accept it for a good portion of time. Oh man.
Oh no. I'd cry.
Why have you forsaken me?
Okay. Let's see. We'll do a couple more. I think this one's obvious based on previous conversation, but coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say coffee. Okay. Okay.
Actually, first thing I even have in the morning is lemon ginger tea.
Lemon ginger. Okay. I like red rose and chamomile.
Red rose with milk. It's an old staple in my family. Like you put milk and then the red rose and some honey and then I
use evaporated milk.
Ah.
Yeah. And honey, yeah.
Okay, Mr. OG, I see you.
Yeah, like an old African man.
I'm usually just lemon, green tea with honey, something like that.
Especially in the mornings, it's really good for you. Especially it's like detox and all that stuff. It's lemon tea, so I just lemon ginger, turmeric even. Lemon ginger, turmeric.
Okay. Let's see. Rain or snow?
Rain.
Favorite fruit?
Okay, it's a toss-up between these two. Raspberry and passion fruit.
Oh, passion fruit. I don't think I've had passion fruit.
When I went to... So my sister used to live in Guyana, French Guiana. So that's in South America. And I remember she would always have mangoes, like, in her backyard. And they would, like... So much so that they just fall on the ground and birds would come to eat.
Right.
And when I was coming to visit, I was like, oh, I'm going to have all those mangoes. Don't worry, I'm not going to let them go to waste. You get there, and because passion fruit is not a common thing here in Canada, but there it's like even for your steak sauce, you can have passion fruit steak sauce. You can have passion fruit juice, even ice cream. They make it for you.
Damn.
I forgot all about the mango. Like I kept ordering everything passion fruit.
Damn. I love good mango.
I love mangoes back home. Yeah, same
pears,
thing. It'll just fall.
Pears are good too.
Pears are actually pretty good.
I'm allergic.
Damn. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Stuff. I like papaya though. Back home we call it pawpaw. Papaya.
But no, passion fruit, and it's the seeds and everything, and it's because it's tangy. That's why. Yeah, I love sour. So
yeah, me too.
Okay, last question here. All right, you ready?
No.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self?
Funny enough, is I wouldn't actually give my younger self advice. Because I think my younger self needs to figure it out themselves.
Damn. Tough love.
Such a good answer.
And when we do figure it out, we'll see that it was worth it.
Damn.
Because if I come back and I tell you, hey, look out for this and look out for that, you're not going to appreciate it as much when we look back at the hard work we went through.
Damn.
If I'm going to sit here and tell you, like, you want to avoid this, knowing myself, that's just more barriers and more things to like ruminate about. Damn. Okay, let's face this.
Real. That's real.
Because then on top of that, that's writing material.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
She'll figure it out. And when she does, it'll be bars.
Amen. Okay. And with that, we've come to a sad conclusion of this amazing episode. A big thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. No one peed your pants, so
I'll be waiting for my funnel.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I will be sending that.
If anyone has a 3D printer, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get you a bougie one with like ribbons and
one with a pocket. One with a pocket. so you can put your phone.
There you go. That's thinking.
Yeah.
If you make it too pretty, then I'll be like, no, I don't want to take now because now everybody's gonna look at it.
You gotta make it functional like a vape,
Exactly.
Yeah. Like you could call from a vape now.
Actually?
Yeah, you could call from a vape. Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
I'm not tripping, right?
Yeah. There's you can Bluetooth sync vapes to your phone now, and you can call people from them, and it's really ridiculous.
Yeah, and you can text from it too. Yeah,
it's so dumb. You can play games on them. Next thing you know, there'll be iPads that you vape. Just like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Functionality, yo.
But
I feel like every time I step away from like social media and like just and then I come back, I'm like,
get a funnel with a screen.
Listen,
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay, before this conversation goes somewhere where I really want to take it, but it's inappropriate. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, yo, Vybe Fam, peace and love. Whenever you're watching this, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check out the next guest. Please follow our channel and support our content so we can bring you more unique voices and stories from your local scene.
Yes.
Every follow helps us grow the podcast.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Follow.